We have no delegations this evening. We have minutes of the December 17th regular council meeting for approval.
Move.
Second. Approval, all those in favor? Motion's carried. No committee reports, unfinished business. We have at page 9 the manager report.
Move receipt.
Second. Receipt then, all those in favor? Motion's carried. Anything the manager report for consideration at this time? Questions, comments? Okay, so now we'll move on. Same three items, I think there's 4 items now. So that's that. Richard, there's no updates on the management report.
It should be.
Nothing. What's on there?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we'll move on to the rezoning application RZ 14-1, which is the expanding permitted uses within I-1.1 light industrial zone. The reports there, the planner's recommendation are to give the bylaw 1794 first and second reading.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion on that? And of course, it relates to the 3 properties that are shown there on page 13. And all those in favor? Motion's carried.
Do we know when the public hearing will be?
The public hearing located to be scheduled. Mr. Planner, do you have any dates in mind?
No, we haven't scheduled a date yet. We're probably looking at the end of this month.
In January? Just one thing to keep in mind is that a number of council members will be at the newly elected officials forum the last week of the month, so we might not have a quorum.
Probably looking at the end of February.
All right. So, motion then that one be scheduled, subject to availability of council.
Move.
Second.
Those in favor? Motion's carried. Special reports then at page 31, and that is related to receipt of the regional district's December 11th inaugural meeting minutes.
Move. Second.
Those in favor? Motion's carried. Bylaws, page 35, we have the planning procedures bylaw amendment for adoption.
Move.
Second.
Discussion, all those in favor? Motion's carried. At page 37, we have the building bylaw amendment, bylaw number 1796 for adoption.
Move.
Second.
In favor? Motion's carried. New business. So, page 39, we have a report from our Director of Finance regarding the grant request for proposal for recreation software. And a motion to receive, and that staff be authorized to continue participating in that proposal, which is being headed by the City of Campbell River, but does involve other municipalities.
I'll move that.
Second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so with this, I guess, to the Director of Finance through this system here, I did some looking up online, looking at it, and I noted here that you've had it for about 10 years. And
Which system are you talking about?
this active,
The active one.
yeah, the active one.
The current system.
So, the current. So how much have we spent over the past decade in the stages on this thing to get where we are right now?
I'm guessing that we've spent probably 60 grand, maybe more.
60 grand. And what I'm wondering is that, we've put 60 grand into this thing because at some point we figured that this was taking us where we wanted to go. And now we're not really thinking that it's taking us there, so we're going to look at, going to an RFP with other people, looking to see what's out there. And I'm wondering, are we using this to its full potential? For example, when I was looking online at the different modules that this thing has, one thing I note that in the marina that, a lot of mariners, a lot of tenants down there are kind of tired of paying excessive yearly increases for marina fees. Yet on this thing here, it says that we can utilize this through a system for marinas. So I'm wondering, one of the things over the years, a number of years, has been transient moorage in the marina. The argument or the concern is that by having transient moorage, we would then have to have maybe more people dealing with that, and I get that. But on this, it looks like you can do things online. So So could we not have used this thing to its full potential and have these modules that we could use for the marina where they could book empty spots throughout the summer from afar, instead of having the marina manager down there, you know, at 8 o'clock at night trying to steer a boat in. We could have things on there saying that, you know, slips 1, 2, 3 ABC are going to be vacant. So what I'm wondering is, have we given this thing the full?
You jumped from recreation software to marina fees, I'm not sure.
But that's what this thing is. Have you looked at the website? Because on the website, there's a lot of modules that go with this system, and marina
What
fees.
staff are looking for at this point is to see what we can do with our recreation software as part of a joint proposal with other municipalities, which may or may not
Yeah.
use other software for other reasons.
And I get that, and I'm just wondering, are we just kind of pushing this to the side without fully utilizing it?
I don't think so. I think the report is fairly clear that there's a fee now which wasn't applicable before for the class software. And
Mhm.
now we're looking at perhaps other options so that we have some comparables. And I think the key issue here is that we have a $25,000 limit that we have to, if we go over that, then the council has to consider those things. So without getting more information as to what else is out there, then we don't really want to be sole sourcing it. I think that's.
But are we sole sourcing it? Because we've already gone into a contract with these people, and so are we going, by spending the money, we're just upgrading what we have. So I know a little bit about contracting and that, and I don't really see how we are in sole sourcing it, because when we're just updating the software that we already have.
Right. Councilor Grant.
Well, I think what we're doing here, it says that the current software becomes obsolete in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
I think all we're really doing here is looking at other options. It also says at the bottom of this that we're not excluding these guys.
Right.
They may well have the right thing, and if those are the kinds of things that can be done, that would be incumbent upon the company to bring that to our attention during the RFP process. So I don't see any problem with going to an RFP to get more. Maybe somebody's got the golden prize here that we could use. If not, we are right back where we were. So I don't see any downside to the RFP.
No, I don't see it either. I just, as I read through it and as I read online, I just saw there's a whole bunch of things with that software that I don't feel that we've utilized, and I just made the connection with the marina, because in there they actually talk about marinas.
Sure.
And I thought, well, that would solve one of the issues where the tenants down in the marina are concerned that the rates are going up quite high every year, and so this might offset that, and maybe we could go for a couple of years without having it.
Okay, well, we're starting to get into another area of budget
yeah,
discussion.
But it's just, you know, it's one of these things where I just want to make sure that we've looked at it thoroughly.
I'm sure staff will do so, but again, it's focused at this point on recreation. What we're doing is obviously trying to take advantage of potential economies of scale. If we partner with other similar organizations for recreation and for all the programming associated with that, then that should be a good thing. I think what taxpayers would like to see us do more of that. Somebody over here, yeah.
Yes, and I just thought staff really should be commended by going into this union. We're actually getting more expertise. We are uniting with organisations with a lot more staff than we have. So I did see it that it was exploring if there was a better and cheaper option that was comparable or better. But I didn't see it as saying this system is no longer going to be used. It's to give the choice at this change point. So I don't have a problem. I will support the recommendation.
Thank you, Councillor McCann.
Yes, I like the concept of comparing. I think one is measured by your past experiences too. And in my previous life, I know the province went for a system for schools, and it seemed like the better option, the newest option, and there were some regrets sometime later. So just the comparisons are good. Financial comparisons of grouping together in districts is wise, and I think you should be commended for that. but be cautious. I think when you look at a system that claims it can do everything that your system does and better, I rely on the expertise of our staff in doing so, but I'm sure you will proceed with caution there. So I think Councillor Arnett's concerns are not lost on me.
Yeah, and no doubt we'll hear back from staff on this as the thing proceeds. Moving further? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. No correspondence or items or further delegations, reports from members of council. Start with Councillor Price.
I think the major thing is, and I think council is aware of the great concern that is over the proposed new pump station in Cloto Beach. Councillor Swift and Grant and myself were at the sewer commission yesterday. Councillor Keenan also came along, and there must have been at least 50 people there. And so, just something to highlight that.
And sorry, what was the outcome of your sewage commission meeting? Do you want to tell us what you did?
Yes, that we did look at a delay of 4 months on any tendering,
Sure.
and also making sure that all the information, including past in-camera reports, are made available to all the directors and to the public on the website.
Okay. Is that meeting still going on tonight?
Yes, yes, tonight at 7.
Next story.
Yes.
Okay, great. Councillor Kenneth?
Yeah, just a couple of things. I'd like to commend the DIA for a Christmas event before Christmas for charity at the Comox Mall, and it was well done and well attended and well received, certainly by the community of Comox, and they've done some great things, not just for charity, but in orchestrating events for our mall there. I'd like to commend our 3 reps to the Comox Valley Regional District yesterday at the meeting. I thought they presented the concerns of the neighborhood well. However, not losing sight that we don't want an environmental disaster down at on the beach, and we'll learn more at the meeting tonight, the open house here. That's all I'll add about my meeting, sir.
Councillor Grant?
I had the pleasure of attending 2 meetings for the Comox seniors, with whom we have a liaison, and I must admit, I came away feeling very impressed. Here, I've been here all this time, and these seniors are very active. First of all, one of the things that I learned was they see about 850 to 900 people going through their doors a month. Is everybody aware of that? I certainly wasn't. They're a very, very busy group. They're extremely well organized. And another, again, we seem to be commending, but the relationship between the Comox seniors and Al Fraser, that does deserve commendation. I attended their meeting at which there was the president, vice president, and Al, and I was the observer. And the respect between the parties was impressive. It was all very, very good. I was impressed. Also, the seniors applied for and received a grant from the federal government for $20,000, and they spent that $20,000 putting all kinds of wonderful things into the building, such as tables and chairs and what do they call it? A new ventilation, dust collection system for the wood shop, and so on. So they're a very, very busy group. I might also add that we have quite an exchange going on between Comox seniors, Courtenay seniors, and Campbell River seniors. We, in fact, our president here is from Courtenay. The potentially new president is also from Courtenay. And our people go to Courtenay and Campbell River, so there's quite an exchange going between the 3 communities, which I thought was also a good thing. I came away impressed.
Great, thanks for going to those meetings. Councillor Grant on this side.
The other councillor thing, well, I also attended the sewer commission meeting, and we had a lot of concerns from the Pearl Beach people, and some of the questions that we asked for the size of the building. There was a lot of misinformation about the size of the building. It will be a one-story building, about 3,000 square feet, so there was talk that it was going to be 3 stories and all these things. Questions were asked about the smell. I think the big concern that they have is the water table. When they dig the hole to put the pump in, will it upset the water table, as they're all on wells and septic? Noise was another concern. And Bruce Turner did a very good presentation there on how the selection of that lot was made. There's a very small corridor in which this can fit, and not very many properties that are suitable. So that lot seemed to be the best of the suitable bunch. And I was also elected as chair of the Sports Commission yesterday
Excellent.
at the RD. So that's my report.
Councillor Arnott.
Well, nothing much. I had a visit from St. Nick on the 25th, and I didn't get any coal in my stocking, so I think I've been good, and nothing else to report.
You still got to be on your best behavior, though.
Darn it anyways.
Councillor Swift.
Yeah, well, I attended the sewer commission meeting yesterday, and I really don't have anything further to add, except, I have a lot of empathy for the concerned residents out there, and I know they were upset with the timing of the letter they received, but I don't think there was any other way of going about it without having even more misinformation out there. So we'll see how this unfolds, and we'll get more information tonight at the meeting. So.
All right, thank you for that. I'll just report briefly one thing before Christmas and one after Christmas, back yesterday. Walk of Achievement Committee had accepted one of our recommendations to consider inducting Louise Carvalho into the Walk of Achievement, and they did that on December 21st. And for those of you who don't know, she is an internationally renowned lawyer working in the areas of human rights, and most recently has done a lot of work with the United Nations. So she has been honored for that, and her plaque will be installed outside of Rattan Plus, I think at some point in the spring. But it was a very nice event, and I was pleased to represent the town at that. Also, yesterday represented the town at a Shaw Cable promotion of the play coming up on March 28th. It's written by Steve Hill, former chaplain at the St. Joseph Hospital, Comox resident, and it's called Land 64, and it's going to be another fundraiser in support of Larch, and it's on March 28th, both matinee and evening performances, so if you're interested, these tickets are on sale at the St. Williams, and that was fun to be part of that. We didn't have any speaking roles, which was great. That is my report. Any questions from the media? Any questions from the public? No? Okay, a motion to adjourn would be in order. All in favor? Motion's carried.